Hey everybody, we're leaving Bath right now, heading to our new mystery destination. I really loved Bath, a city that has all buildings from the 1700s. Everywhere you look, it was mind-blowingly beautiful. I didn't know anything about Bath when I chose it. Our main goal was to meet up with Gunner's friend, and the city that he lives near, when I looked into it, I found out that that one and the other one near it, they were like really high crime. They were like two of the least safe cities in England. So I wanted to find a safer place. So I looked up safest places in England, and Bristol, where we flew into, and Bath were at the very top as being the nicest and safest places. So that's basically how I decided. And it was perfect because it's halfway between where his friend lives and the tank museum that they wanted to visit. The hotel was good too. We liked everything about it. It was clean, they were very friendly, the location was perfect. And the only thing was the wireless was horrible. Every time I had to connect to the Wi-Fi, I had to contact tech support because I couldn't get in. And then it would take about 7 hours to upload a YouTube video. I had to leave the browser open all night. But other than that, it was good. I seem to get along really well with the people here. I feel like I'm on a wavelength with people so far. It's mostly, I find that we have the same sense of humor, which my sense of humor doesn't always go over that well in Canada. I guess I have a sense of humor that's sort of based on British humor because of what I grew up with. And so then I come over here and it's like a perfect match. And I find that everyone here is very funny because they all have that same sense of humor like I have. And so that's been really amazing. It's like I've never met so many funny people in my life. And I don't know if it's normal for people to be so friendly here, but so far everyone's been really friendly and chatty, which is part of my nature as well, which is really a clash with Canadian culture, which is why I love having Indian neighbors so much, because they're like that too. They're like me, they're chatty and friendly. And whereas in Canada, it's like if you're chatty with someone you don't know, for example, who lives in your building, it's seen as like a sense of bad boundaries, and it's kind of viewed as like a red flag, like what's wrong with this person, why are they talking to me? The Indians don't look at it that way. They understand that you can be friendly and chat in the laundry room, and it doesn't mean you're going to show up at their place and invite yourself in every day, you know, for tea. But over here it seems like, it's just my impression, but it seems like it's more acceptable to just chat with strangers. Our train is here. Look, we got a nice seat. They got trays. I think we got one of those luxury trains. It's going to be comfortable. Air conditioning. Lovely countryside. Oh my God! They even have drink service on this train. I just bought my coffee. Here's a perfect example of a sense of humor thing, okay? So first of all, I start pulling out coins and she says, oh, it's card only. And I'm like, oh, of course, I forgot we're in 2022. First of all, she gets that,
they don't have to.
and she laughs, okay? Then I get the coffee and I go to pay with my card, and I'm waiting for it to go through, and then she looks on the bottom, she's like, oh, it's all good. And I'm like, oh, it's not maxed out yet. She gets it. You see, if I said that in Canada, people would be like, she makes a joke back. What did she say? I don't know. I can't remember what she said. And I was like, yeah, I made sure I was in good standing before I left. See, I said, oh, phew, it's not maxed out yet. Now, if I did that in Canada, people wouldn't realize I was joking. They'd be like, oh, that's so weird. Like, TMI, you think your card's not going to go through, right? But over
I don't know. It's just like...
But they get it here. They know that I'm joking. They get it every single time. Whereas in Canada, people just give me the eye. They're like,
sometimes
sometimes people get it, but a lot of times people just think I'm a weirdo.
Usually, if you make a joke, the person will just stand there like
Yeah, like polite smile, because like we know you have problems, but we're trying to be nice about it. But here they totally know that it's a joke. They get it, and that's just an amazing feeling to around all these people who get it. All right, there's Swindon. This is Reading. Get a little bit of a view of Reading. A much more modern city, obviously. And it had a very low happiness index. Apparently people say that it sucks to live here. I mean, That's what they say.
We were talking about something about Argos clothes.
So good. I'm good at you. Don't really bring the laptop out, Molly.
Mystery destination. We're in London at London Paddington Station. Big famous station, known for the Paddington Bear as well, of course. And then it connects to the London Underground. The only problem is we don't actually know what line to take on the Underground. We just got some really good help from someone who works here. Like, they're just standing right there. We buy tickets. Told us exactly where to go. See? Platform 1, Victoria. It's this one. You gotta follow it for platform 1. Platform 1! There it is. The famous London Underground. Wow, it's so big. Look how long it is. It's nice and cool in here.
Station is Parsons Green.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
We made a bit of a mistake. We forgot that the trains that leave from a certain platform don't all go the same way. You have to check the time. So we're doing a little detour, which is cool because we can see more of the city. Here's the non-touristy parts. It looks nice though. I'll show you more. Parsons Green. Okay, you get the scenic tour. Remember, look behind you. Well, not now. Okay, train station.
Station is South Kensington.
Look at what a modern country England is. It's nothing like what I thought. I thought it was going to be all Oliver Twist and shit. Ah, there we go. So, wait. Mystery destination. We're in London. We really are in London town. Now this has a bit more of a New York vibe to it. It would be like if New York had all, oh, I don't know, double-decker buses and buildings from the 1800s more than it does. And it, yeah. I like New York with like a slightly more European vibe. I think I picked a really good spot for us to park our butts for a couple of days so far. It looks like a nice area that has all kinds of stuff nearby, everything you need. And can't wait to see the hotel.
Yeah.
See this? There are these little pubs like this absolutely everywhere and they all look really nice. We're gonna wanna eat in pubs. Oh look! Max Headroom. I didn't know that was a real thing. You guys remember Max Headroom? Yeah, like it's a real thing. Wow, look at this. These are some really nice looking homes. And our hotel is going to be right over there. Should be right around here somewhere. Oh my god. Oh, my shoulders are killing me. Look, all these buildings are nice here. Oh look, it's a little row of hotels from this kind of old apartments. Oh, and that's ours right down there. Right here. Stanley House. Okay, we're checked in. Let's see. Up we go into the old Victorian house. Maybe it was always a hotel. I don't know. To me, it was apartments. First door. Breakfast included? Come on, Gunny. You know, incidentally, all the places that we visited in Ireland and England, when I ask about in-room safe or safe at the desk, they look at me like I'm crazy and totally paranoid. Like nobody locks their stuff up here. They're like, why would you have to lock it up? It's in your room. Well, usually where we go, people do lock their stuff up. Apparently not here though. Get the key out. Oops. Stupid tourist can't work the key. Here's our room. Oh my gosh, I knew it was gonna be small. It is really small, but it's perfect. Like that's totally fine. Hold on a second. Wow. Okay, and I have it on like wide angle. So let me put it on not wide angle. Okay, let me show you again. This is a room. It's really tiny. It's a tiny little hole in the wall. Cubby hole. We got to share a bed.
We have a balcony.
It's fine, Gunnar, just don't spread yourself out. Yeah. Oh, this is great. Balcony. Oops. Oh, it's open. Oh. Oh, how nice. Wow, cool. And look. Shared balcony. Let's share a balcony with your neighbors. There's a TV, which probably we're not going to use. And this is the bathroom. Tiny. I mean, it'll work, but oh, little tiny shower here. I mean, it's totally fine, but obviously just not accessible at all. We're pretty tired. I'm ready for a nap. Gunnar doesn't like the fact that we just have one bed, and there's no air conditioning. So yeah, it's pretty hot, but it's not hot like drop dead from climate change hot, but hot. And the Wi-Fi right now is crap. Actually, it's not even the hotel Wi-Fi. I don't know about that. It's the Wi-Fi like reception from Rogers in here is like non-existent. I can't even make a phone call. Gunnar, how's it going there with the internet? Oh well. Yeah, but this is it. Like if you want to be able to go do a big trek. But yeah, if you want to be able to do a whole big trek around Europe with a whole bunch of countries, you have to stay maybe at some modest accommodations so that it's in your budget. So I don't care. I do the hobo thing. I don't really care where I stay. Gunnar, you got to do the hobo backpacker thing.
Yes.
Oh, it looks like I'm going to be able to meet my friend. He just texted me. Taking the tube again. Well, this better be it. There's only one train here. Small train. Hot. It's wheelchair accessible. Have dinner with him in the non-touristy area. Something really authentic. So this is what? North of the tourist zone?
Yeah, this is
This is non-tourist here.
no, a lot of the area we're going to go to is where sort of Londoners go for a pint and a meal.
What's this area called?
Well, we're gonna. This is Tottenham Court Road, and the area we're gonna go to is Fitzrovia.
Fitzrovia.
Yeah. Yeah, it's relatively new development. Because the West End just got so expensive.
Okay.
Piccadilly Circus, Leicester Square. So the rent back here is a bit cheaper.
Okay.
So you're not paying the stupid tourist places.
Right.
And then you can, if you want after, we can walk a little bit through the tourist zone.
Yeah, for sure. That
Just
would
to
be
see
great.
them.
That would be really great. Yeah.
Quickly through, maybe.
Sure.
Right, stop obviously.
Friend Bruce, who I'm not going to put on camera, but he's telling me a lot of interesting things. So I was asking him, what is the average rent cost for, let's say, a 2-bedroom apartment in London? And he said,
in Mayfair, right?
in Mayfair, $10,000 a month. So when they say high cost of rent, they're not kidding. Is there anything that's cheaper? Is there any neighborhoods, like different neighborhoods? What about people who don't have $10,000 a month? What do they do?
They don't live here.
Oh, they don't. They just go out.
Well, that's right. So, where I live, which is, like I said, a 40-minute tube ride away,
Okay.
a 2-bedroom flat up there would cost about, say, $3,000.
Oh, that's still a lot.
Well, I know it's a lot, yeah.
We thought it was bad in Montreal. It went from about 1,200 to about 2,500.
Yeah.
So people, what they do is a lot of the younger ones have roommates.
Right. Yeah, well, that's what they're doing here, too.
Yeah.
They have to,
We
and
can't have roommates. I'm too old for that.
yeah.
But that is really high.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, rent in London has always been. I think Paris is the only city where you're paying more per square foot.
Oh, really? It's even worse.
I think Central Paris is worse. Yeah.
Are there any poor people in London?
Well, we'll see them.
Well, where do they live?
Well, there
In the
are.
alley?
So there's council flats as well.
Oh, there are. Oh,
Yeah.
so the government houses people.
They do, and they house them in very expensive areas as well.
Oh, really? Oh, that's
So-
nice. That's better than what we get in Montreal.
Yeah. So if you're renting a place for $10,000 a month, your next door neighbor could be a council tenant.
Oh, really?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
'Cause we have that. They call it HLM, but they're special buildings. They're very, very small, usually bug infested.
Yeah.
They're not particularly good.
Well, no.
And
I
then
mean,
it's like a low rent, like it's like $250 a
That's
month.
right. The same sort of buildings here. They're owned by the council. They're badly maintained.
Yeah, that's true. Hard to get in
but
though.
it's
How
also-
about
yeah,
that?
oh, very
Very
hard.
hard. It
Oh.
can people wait like 5 to 10 years to get in, even more.
Yeah.
Even if you're disabled. So it's like that here too.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
So
yeah.
when you show up and you're poor, what do you do?
Well, you don't come to London, I
You
don't
don't.
think.
And then you can apply to get in a place in London.
Yes, but it would take a long time. Because once people have a place, they tend to never move.
Right. Yeah. We have some co-ops like that in Montreal.
Yeah.
You can have a beautiful apartment in like a building which has like a courtyard in the center and big balconies, and it's
Right.
$500 a month,
Right.
and nobody ever leaves.
Well, that's
so there's
right.
no
Well,
vacancy.
why- exactly right. You're never going to own your property, but
Yeah.
you know,
You don't pay much.
no, you don't.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
High
So we're
high cost
walking
of living.
into.
Okay, it's West End.
Yeah, the West
Okay.
End is where all the theaters are. It's Piccadilly Circus, Leicester Square, Trafalgar
okay.
Square. That's all
That's
considered the
touristy.
West End. That's very touristy.
Yeah. Cool.
And we'll be crossing Oxford Street shortly.
Oh, nice. We still have a beautiful pub down there.
Sausage and mash.
That's what we want. I'm gonna go to this pub, and pretty much all the pubs, they're gorgeous like this. Look at this. Old and beautiful with flowers, pretty much classic. What we're seeing here, a lot of pubs like this. Yeah. It said that this place was established in 1867. Wait, or was it 1869?
All right.
Look, it's all British food here. You got your fish and chips. You got your pies. This is what we want.
Camden
Okay,
Town.
look at all this amazing food that we got. This is the chicken and mushroom pie that I'm having with mashed potatoes. And Gunnar is having the steak and ale pie. It looks delicious. This is what you wanted, right?
Get my booze somehow.
Yeah, he's so disappointed he couldn't have a beer. We tried to get him a beer, but they changed the law, so.
Like it's just my hobby. I'm going on this tour around Europe, trying to get, I've been like traveling the world, trying to get my drink on legally. it's not going my way. So.
That food was as good as we could have ever hoped it to be. It was really amazing. Very, very tasty. And it's been really cool catching up with Bruce. I hadn't seen him in a long time. So what neighborhood is this?
So we're just coming up now to Oxford Street.
Okay.
This is on Tottenham Court Road. So this is a corner of Tottenham Court Road and Oxford Street.
So we were just talking about how when I was heading out, a lot of people were like, "Oh, stay safe," and they were telling me, "Oh, you know, you got to be careful and pickpockets." And when I got to Ireland, I was like, "Man, everybody here is really nice and they're so relaxed, and it's actually a very pleasant atmosphere." There's more hostility back home, right? People yelling and fighting and swearing at each other and stuff. So I think I feel safer here than I do at home when I got to Ireland, right? And then it was the same thing in Bath. So I'm telling Bruce, yeah, people think that, oh, it's so dangerous in the UK. And what was your reaction?
It's probably the safest city I've been in.
In London?
Yeah. I feel safer here than I do in any other city in the world. And I've been to a lot of cities. Yeah, look the right way.
Look, guys, London, it's not a horrible, dangerous place full of pickpockets, Oliver Twist and Fagin and the guys from Gangs of New York. It's like
back in the day, I guess, Dickens era.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
And you're saying that even the police don't carry guns.
That's right.
Yeah, and we kind of get the impression like, oh, well, that's crazy, and no wonder they have so much knife crime, and somebody's gonna throw acid in your face, and
It's a rare occasion.
right. So that's you guys. That's actually not true. Like, the crime is lower here than it is in North America.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So stay safe. Travel to Europe. London supports all the things.
Yes, they support the current.
Yeah, we got a Ukraine flag there too. Here we're coming into Soho. So now this is the tourist area, right?
So you can see the difference between where we were, which is half mile up the road,
Right.
and this.
Yeah, that's where all the tourists are at.
It's just a locals place.
Yeah.
Wait.
Very welcome.
So
It never ends.
mostly tourists here.
Yes, all good.
So a lot of really nice buildings here.
Photo again.
Café Bohème. Oh my God, we're knackered. We walked so much. And back here at Victoria. Oh my God, our room is like a sauna. I get that balcony open. Well, that's it. We're gonna hit the hay in our little bed, and thanks everybody for joining us, and we'll see you on the next adventure.